Are you starting university this semester? Are you moving out of your parents' house for the first time? Are you embarking on a journey of financial debt? Then welcome! My name is Anna and I will help you pack and not overshop. I'm very excited to do this video because moving out is always hard and I feel like we always overpack because we're just scared of the whole situation. So this is a great, exciting video. So there's two different types of student halls. There's the one where you share a kitchen and have your own bathroom, and the one where you share a bathroom and you eat in a student dining room so you don't have a kitchen. And I've lived in the first one, so the one where I had my own bathroom and I shared the kitchen with 6 other people. My brother lived in the other one where he didn't have a kitchen and he would share a bathroom. So with that being said, I think I know more or less what to pack and what not to pack. Also, if you're from abroad like me, what to buy when we're actually here and what not to buy, because sometimes we splurge, and as a student you probably don't have the budget for that. So let's get into it. So for your room, the room isn't very big. It's like a shoe box. So you don't want to overflow it with stuff because then you're going to feel cramped. It's also super important to make your room as homey and cozy as possible, but at the same time functional, especially right now with COVID, because you don't know how much time you're actually going to be spending in your halls, because it might be online, it might not be online, and who knows. Since you're also in students' halls, the possibility is that you can either change to another student hall the next year, or you're going to go into a flat with your friends. So you want to buy stuff that is easy to store or can adapt to any situation, and or can go into a storage room while you're at home in the summer. So in terms of keeping my room tidy and organized, I like laundry baskets, but laundry baskets are really clunky because they're like this big. I mean, I just realized you can't see the floor, but like they're tall and they're sturdy, so they actually take up a lot of space. So if you ever want to pack them or something, it's a nightmare. So I recommend folding laundry baskets. This one's the one that I have right here. I bought it off of Amazon. It was super cheap and it was great because I had a period of time where I had to put my things in storage. I had to put them there for I think about a month. So this just fit perfectly in one of the boxes and there was no problem at all. Also, if you're a regular cleaner of clothes, then you can just fold it and put it in your closet and it takes up less space in your room. When you clean your clothes, it's really expensive. Somehow they like overcharging for cleaning and drying clothes, because usually each building, so the one that you will be living in, they have dryer and washing machines. So I try to use the dryer as least as possible just because it would save me actually a lot of money. And there's also a lot of clothing that you don't want to put in the dryer machine because the stretchiness of it will just die if you put it there. So what I recommend again is a collapsible drying rack, and this one is useful for any house that you ever will live in. I love it. This is the one that I have. Again, super cheap. Wasn't expensive at all, but this one is so worth it. I like this one better rather than the one that goes to the side, because the one that goes to the side just takes up so much space, and again, we live in a shoebox, so we don't want to do that. Next up, I don't know what to call it, but usually closets in accommodations, they're not that big and you don't have a lot of shelves, if any at all. You usually just have hanging stuff. So I bought this thing. I don't know what it's called, but it's basically like a foldable clothing rack shelf thing, and it's super cheap as well, also from Amazon. It collapses as well, so it fits perfectly into boxes and it creates shelves. So anything that you don't want to hang, let's just say underwear or like sweaters that you don't want them to like go too big or anything like that, and it just creates more space for organization inside your closet. So I definitely recommend this one. Now, to make your bed comfy, you should take a pillow, because usually they don't give you pillows unless somebody had left them there from the year before. So definitely take yours. Also makes you feel more like you're actually in your bed when you have that pillow that you love, you know. And then I would say have one fitted sheet, one duvet cover, and of course your pillowcase, and then one decoration pillow. that's what I would recommend. I know that some people think that you're going to be changing your sheets quite often. I find that as a student that's not very true. And if you do, because you don't have a lot of space, you're probably gonna wash them, dry them, and put them right back on your bed. So it doesn't make sense to have 2 sets of like sheets and everything because you don't have space anyways for the other thing. You know what I mean? So I definitely do recommend just having 1 set of those. And then the pillow decor, I mean, go crazy with it if you want. I feel like 2 to 3 decor pillows is enough because usually it's a single bed. It's very rare from what I've seen to have a double bed in a student hall accommodation. So, you know, I'd say chill with that. Also, with mattress protectors and mattress toppers and stuff, I never find that it's actually useful. I don't think it's something that you should pack, but everybody has it on their lists. But I never saw anybody who had it. And then on top of that, like, anybody who did have it never actually used it. So I don't recommend that, but up to you, whatever makes you feel more comfortable. Just make sure that it's something that you're gonna use and not something that you're just spending extra money on or wasting space on. And then the next thing you wanna pack for your room is definitely coat hangers. I did not know this, but apparently student halls don't come with hangers, and it actually makes so much sense. But I never thought about it when I was actually making the move. So buy your coat hangers, buy them from whenever, or even steal them from your home. Just don't tell your mom. In terms of adding on to your room, making it more you, it all depends on what your room layout is, what your room has to offer in a way. So for example, my entire desk at the top had a pin board, so I could put all the photos from my family, and I ended up putting the Mexican flag there, photos of my family, and then like post-it notes of things that I had to do. And so I bought the little pin board pins or whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called. That made me able to just customize that top part of my desk area, which was super nice. And then I also bought this shelf unit that is collapsible, so it was actually super useful. I also use it as a shoe rack, and I put all my books there and candles and whatnot, although we're not allowed to have candles. But I've actually been using it also here in the new flat a lot, and we're going to use them in future occasions as well. So this is something that just has been in my life for a long time, and I'm very happy I bought them. Great investment, and it wasn't even expensive. In terms of photos, I did mention the pin board thing that I had, but I still had 1 photo in the frame, which was my family's photo, and it was really cute. And now I have it in my bedside table, and before I just had it next to my computer in my desk. I think just having 1 frame photo just does something different, especially if you don't have that pin board where you can add all the photos. Just having 1 or 2 frames is nice. Not something that you have to do, especially because you can't stick anything to the walls or, you know, drill a hole or anything. But just having something in your desk to make it you and remind you of whatever you love. So your family, your dog, whatever it is that you absolutely adore. My accommodation came with a mirror just because somebody had left it there already and they glued it to the door. But some of the rooms didn't have any. That's definitely something that I loved having, and I think it's something worth investing on. Just one of those cheap mirrors that you can just attach to your closet door, make sure that your whole outfit is on point, and then like leave. That is just super useful, and I definitely recommend it. Just make sure that you're actually securing it right so that when you're closing the door or whatever, it's not falling off. Safety first. You want to be a good neighbor and not be like super loud at odd hours. But I would definitely recommend taking some portable speakers, just a tiny one. You don't want to take anything too big because again, it will take up a lot of space in your room. But something small where you can, you know, play some music, jam. And hey, maybe if you're sharing a kitchen, you can do pre's at the kitchen and you'll probably end up using your speaker. So that's always nice to have. And the last thing I think for the room itself would probably be either a safe or a mini fridge. I had neither of those. I don't feel like the mini fridge would have been beneficial for me because I had the kitchen like not too far away at all. If you're in a dorm room where you don't have a kitchen and you have to eat at a student's dining room or whatever it's called, probably a mini fridge would actually be nice, so you can keep like chilled water, all your drinks, maybe some like sandwich stuff. But again, I didn't have that, so if you have a kitchen, I definitely not recommend that. And then in terms of a safe, I didn't have one either. I feel like we don't have that many valuables as students, but if you feel safer, they sell super small safes. which you can hide in your closet and then just put in your documents in there, or like, I don't know, if your mom gave you some rings or some jewels that you just want to keep safe, go ahead. I feel like that's a good idea as well. If you have your own bathroom, there is probably a few things that you're going to want to buy. Your hand towel, your shower body towel, and also a shower rack. Mine was a super simple one. I bought it from Amazon and we still use it in this shower as well. So it's been really nice. I had the 2-tier one and it worked out great. But if you don't have your own shower, instead of buying a shower caddy, you should buy a bathroom basket. And that's basically the one that you just take to the shower with you, take a shower and take back to your room with your shampoo and all that stuff. Also, if you are sharing a bathroom, I definitely recommend buying shower sandals, just because a lot of people are in there and that's a lot of germs and a lot of bacteria, and so you want to make sure your feet are safe, and I definitely recommend that. Also, the walk to your room to the shower, you can get dirty, so please get shower shoes, shower sandals, whatever you want. And now the most important part, I think, is the kitchen, if you have a kitchen, because you have to buy everything for it, but you don't want to overbuy because you're sharing a pretty small kitchen with like 6 other people. So we had 7 people total, sharing 2 sinks, 1 microwave, 1 kettle, 1 toaster, 2 mini fridges, and 2 mini freezers. So it was a tiny space. You do get your own cupboard with your own key, which is nice for all your food so nobody steals it, but you can't fit everything, so you can't fit all your cutlery, you can't fit all of your food. I'd rather do my food just so that nobody steals it and I can eat. So you definitely want 1 pan, like a frying pan, just one of them. You don't need different pans unless you're like a chef. Then you want to get a pot with a lid or a saucepan. I don't know what it's called. That's the essentials for pasta. You know what I mean? And you're gonna eat a lot of pasta as a student, so definitely get one of those. You want 1 spatula. I don't think you would use anything else unless, again, you're very particular about cooking, but I think 1 spatula is enough. Then you also want to get 1 drainer, colander, I don't know what the name is. You want to make sure that you can use it for multiple purposes, so that's either draining your pasta, draining your rice, or also for baking if you ever decide to bake in your future home or here, you know. Next thing you want to get is a cutting board and a knife. I only used 2 knives, a small one and a big one, and then I just had my normal cutting board. I feel like you don't need anything more than that. I actually don't think I needed both of the knives, but then you want a set of cutlery. I always had like 1 friend over, and so I liked having 2 of everything. So 2 glasses, 2 forks, 2 knives, 2 spoons, 2 bowls, 2 plates, and that's it. I think that's it, right, for all the cutlery? I feel like that's it, which made it really nice because I could have people over and we could eat together in the kitchen's table, but also if I didn't feel like cleaning one day, I could use the second dish. So you know what I mean? Get 2, at least 2. I also had 1 mug just for hot chocolate, tea, coffee, whatever. I'm not a big drinker of hot beverages, so definitely didn't need more. You definitely need 1 pair of scissors. You need scissors, like to open anything or to do like super fast cuts of, like, I don't know, ham, sausage, whatever it is. Scissors. To cut pizza, you need scissors. So get scissors, bro. Get scissors. Talking about pizza, you also need a baking tray just to put in the oven because you're probably going to be eating a lot of frozen food, or at least I did. You also want to have Tupperware so that you can overcook and put it in your Tupperware, put it in the fridge, and not have to cook every day. Or also when you order takeout, you can order extra takeout and also put it on your Tupperware. Just, you know, Tupperware just makes everything better. As a smoothie lover, I always liked having a blender, and also blenders are useful for other things, so like making tomato sauce, blah blah blah. So I had this one and it's honestly great. I still use it, we still have it. It's a tiny thing, it doesn't take up too much space. I also recommend getting a grater. There's apparently like plain ones or like thin ones, so buy that one instead. It takes up much less space, and I think it's great, especially like cheese grating, or like, I don't know, vegetables and stuff like that. The grater is great, perfect. Which you also might want to get a peeler if you eat a lot of vegetables. Probably a peeler is also good. for potatoes or carrots. I don't know, I don't cook that much, okay? And then the other part of the kitchen, so like the cleaning part of the kitchen, you of course want to make sure that you have the sponge to clean all your dishes. You also want to make sure that you have a dish rack, so somewhere where you can dry your dishes, because believe me, people just pile them up and then they fall and they break. Your dishes will end up breaking. So I recommend getting that. I bought a collapsible one, so this one, and it was great. Again, saves a lot of space when you just close it down. We actually use it here as well, so it's been really useful and it's sturdy. You also want to get a couple of tea towels so that you can dry your hands, and that also like doubles as an oven mitt. You can get an oven mitt if you want. They don't take up that much space, so it's not that bad, but I find that tea towels, like, you can put them in your hand, like, just make sure that you fold it a couple of times and you can grab the things without burning yourself. So it doubles as an oven mitt, which is nice. 2 for 1, I guess you could say. But I definitely recommend, even if you're gonna get an oven mitt, to get a 1 or 2 tea towels. I would say 2, just so that while you're washing the other one you can use it, but up to you. And the last thing you want to get for your kitchen is definitely aluminum foil, just so that you can put it on your baking tray and nothing sticks to the baking tray. Everything's good. Anyways, I think that's the entire list. Honestly, just take whatever makes you feel more comfortable, but try not to overpack because you don't have a lot of space. But I feel like those are the essentials, like the things you want to buy, plus a couple of add-ons that you don't have to, but they will probably make your life easier. And also, just to remind you, when you enter uni, you get 6 months of Amazon free Prime or whatever it is. So I used that to buy everything when I was moving in, and then as soon as that like offer ended, I was like, cancel. So you get all these packages really quick for free, really, and it's great. Also, in the UK, Argos is really good with shipping all of these things, and they have also great prices. So I definitely recommend checking those websites out. Although Primark also has great decoration for home, and Primark also has great decorations, and also IKEA. I love IKEA. I'm obsessed with it. Oh, and I'm wearing its color right now, you see? I'm such an IKEA hoe. Anyways, guys, that's it. I hope you have a fantastic time at uni and that your room just feels like home and that you don't spend too much time in it because you're out living your best life. You know what I mean? Thank you so much for watching. We upload every Monday and Thursday, so hit that subscribe button down there or that like button, and mwah, we can't wait to see you soon. Goodbye!